we go. We're going to go ahead and put this chiller in here. And what that's going to do is it's going to help us with our sanitation. Get those hot bags out of the way just a bit. So what that does now is that helps sanitize this thing real good. Woo, that's a bit warm. Okay, so now that we got the water boiling again, after we put our chiller in here, we're going to add some Irish moss. What the Irish moss does is it gives you a bit of clarifying agent. We're going to add 1 teaspoon. And I'm going to give it another stir. And we got about 15 more minutes left. Okay, we're now at the end of our boil, and we're going to go ahead and remove the hot bags and transfer this over to the sink so we can chill it out. I'm going to try to do this without making a mess. I'm going to give it one big stir real quick here. Get our handy dandy safety apparatus on. Looks like we're going to have about maybe 6 gallons, 5.5 maybe. We'll hook this up to the sink where we have an adapter for the regular garden hose. Now, I'm just going to let it run. I think I'm going to turn it down just a little bit to maybe try to let it grab some more heat before it actually gets out of the... There, now it's coming out real hot. As soon as we chill this out, we're going to transfer it over and to our primary and get it going. Okay, so now we've got our wort chilled down to probably around 90, 95, perhaps a little less. We're going to go ahead and pour it into our carboy, and we're going to pitch the yeast in another 15-20 minutes. The yeast can be pitched at a little bit higher temperature than it's going to be fermenting at, only because it's not going to kill it at that temperature. And so we're going to go ahead and do that now. Brought any sanitized solution I had in there. Funnel in, and it is still a little warm, so it may take a little bit longer to pitch the yeast. It's a good idea to let it go ahead and aerate really good. You want as much oxygen in there as you can. That'll be for the yeast to thrive. Sometimes you got to stir this stuff through. I'm going to clean this filter out one more time. You should be able to get the rest of this through. more time. And that's all there is to it. Okay. And we're just going to put this on. And we're going to wait for the temperature to get to the right spot before we pitch our yeast. And there we go. Almost there. So we're just waiting till the temperature gets to right around 78, and I can go ahead and pitch it, and then we'll put it downstairs and come back in about a month. Okay, before we pitch our yeast, we're going to go ahead and take our original gravity reading, and we're going to put this in here like so, and we're going to give it a couple taps, make sure that there's no bubbles formed around it, and we want to see where it's at right here. We've got some bubbles around the side of it, which isn't helping any. Get it right there in the middle. It looks to me at about 1.048 is where we're at. Okay, which isn't bad. It'll give us about a 5% by the time we're done. Now you can also get a bit of an idea of the flavor by tasting the wort. Not bad. We'll see how it works. Okay, so our yeast is definitely at room temperature now. Our wort is probably a little bit higher than what I'd like, but that's okay because it's not too high that it's going to kill it. Put our top on here, and we are done.